Welcome back to Sunrise. Thanks for sticking with us this morning, because this morning we're joined by Veekle. Tami told you it's Veekle, the ultimate platform for effortless peer-to-peer car sharing in Jamaica and across the Caribbean. I'm very, very proud of innovation. At Veekle, they have revolutionized the car rental landscape, offering you a service that's not only convenient but also tailored with the highest standards of security. Let me say that again, security, bridging the gap between travelers and local car owners. Here to tell us more this morning is CEO and founder of Veekle, Sherry Williams. Welcome to Sunrise. Hey.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Hi,
so
Sherry.
To be here.
This is so interesting to me because it's not a ride share, it's a car share. So I want us to, let's clear up what this concept is. I want you to just tell us a little bit again what Veekle actually is.
Sure. So in a nutshell, it's Airbnb for cars.
Oh, awesome.
I love that.
That simplifies it.
It simplifies it, gets you to understand quickly what it is that we're accomplishing. And so basically, local car owners, if they have an extra vehicle, or if they're even thinking about ways to make extra money, right, they can purchase a vehicle, list it on our platform, so that when travelers are coming down to the islands, they can easily find a car that they like and can rent it within less than 15 minutes. So Veekle, rent from locals, no hassle, no hustle, no hidden fees.
I like that, no hassle, no hustle, hey, no hidden fees. Hey, I like that. You did that.
With the words, I want to talk about that word, the name Veekle. I mean, I know it's obviously off of a vehicle, but I like that you guys went with that. It's so
different.
Yeah, well, it's also just so us, right? Like
it is
what it is.
It is, but just to give you some backstory, right? So we've initially launched as Rent Your Ride, and then we got some feedback from our advisor and from the general non-Caribbean public that the name, they couldn't understand the name. So then we went back to the drawing board, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Veekle, like it's, you know, it's unique. It still speaks to us as a Caribbean people. It still has to do with cars, and it resonates a lot more than the Rent Your Ride name. So I was like, you know what, this is it, Veekle.
Veekle. Talk to us about the before. I mean, the idea was born. Your own entrepreneurial journey. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I have been an entrepreneur for about 15 years now. Initially started my own tax and accounting firm in New Jersey, and then having come from the inner cities in Kingston, you know, I always thought when I've migrated, I'm going to support the locals, right? And so one of the things I would do is rent cars from them when I traveled back home. But as you can imagine, the local car renting space, you know, you have to text a friend who knows a friend, and, you know, that rigmarole stuff, and it just wasn't panning out for me. There was one year when I had a really bad experience renting from the airport. Had to shell out a lot of money for a car that I didn't like. And so that's when it really clicked for me that, you know, I need a better way to rent from locals on demand, but a car that I like. And so that's how Veekle was birthed.
Got it. So we said earlier, it's like the Airbnb for car rentals, which I love. How hard is it to sign up? What do if I said to you today, you know, I want to sign up for Veekle. I have a car that I would love to be able to list. Is it difficult? Is payment easy? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, so it's actually not difficult to sign up. Signing up is pretty easy. The difficult part is ensuring that you have all the requirements. Right. So the first thing is cars can't be more than 10 years old. Right. So we have to make sure that we're giving people good cars to drive. There are certain cars that are not accepted, but it's a handful. So most cars are accepted on the platform. And then you go through the listing process. But even prior to the listing process, we have to verify that you say who you say you are. And so we're checking licenses. We're also doing facial recognition as well for everyone. And then you can go ahead and list a car on the platform. So the listing process, you're pretty much entering all the details for your car, right? So what type of car it is, you know, how many seats, is it left hand, right hand? You're in control of the entire listing process. You put a nice little description, a nice title that would catch people's eyes. You know, you can also have a custodian. So maybe you don't want to be the person who handles the entire rental transaction. So you can actually add a custodian to the platform. And I think that part is good for people who travel and may have, you know, their cars sitting idle, right? They can easily earn some income from it. You're also in control of your pricing. So you can have daily pricing, weekly pricing, early bird pricing, last minute pricing. There's so many things that you can do with that listing process that, you know, but I would say it's probably about a 3 to 7 day onboarding process for us. But because we've just launched, it's a little bit longer. We're vetting people seriously now.
You said us. Are there any partnerships that you're a part of? I mean, to make this possible?
Of course. I have to big up my insurance company. So our insurance partner is ICWI. And we're using them through our broker Fraser Fontaine and Kong. And so one of the things when we were building Veekle is to ensure that the safety aspect of it, right?
Yes,
that peace of mind for car owners when they're renting their cars. And, you know, people want to know that, you know, if something happens to my vehicle, I'm not left without a vehicle. So insurance was a big deal for me. I actually spent about 3 years trying to come up with the right insurance product with the right insurance partner.
Yeah, because that matters for sure. How can we find out more information about Veekle and all that you're doing? So exciting.
Thank you. Our help center is carezone.veekle.com. You can learn everything you need to know about Veekle there.
Say it again.
Carezone, so CAREZONE.veekle.com. Everything is there about Veekle, and also you can just hop on our website to learn more about us and insurance and all of that stuff.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to download the app for sure. I love that. All right, that was Cherie Williams, CEO and founder of Veekle. TK is on standby with the news, and of course, more Sunrise after that.
We're moving.
Yes, in the vehicle.